Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today going to be Reynor and Clem here fighting for our entertainment from the Esports World Cup. Top left, it's going to be Reynor. Bottom right, it's going to be Clem. Okay, so no proxies here from Clem. Reynor is not sending a drone out to do proxy hatches. They respect each other too much to do that very often, especially with $400,000 on the line. So, man, these two players, they are so fun to watch, man. They're just everywhere. They have drops, they have Niduses going on, and counterattacks, and attacking at 3 places at once. And I'm very excited for this for your Sunday, so hit that like button if you're excited to see what Reynor and Clem is going to be here today. 16 hatch here from Reynor. A little bit of lag here reported by Clem, and the referee says they're working on it, and bam, looks like everything is a-okay. So Reaper expand here versus 16, 18, 17. Tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme. 16, 18, 17 versus Reaper expand, man. Terry the Overlord scouting out, checking for proxies. This is Barry the Overlord, and Terry is just going right across the map here. There is no Overlord perching spot, so I wonder if Reynor's just going to go like here, or maybe here at this perching spot. I guess maybe this is high ground? We will have to see. So SCV checking to make sure that it's not a pool first play. Again, respect. Pool coming in, and an expansion on the way with a Reaper. Yeah, just flying right into the natural base here is Terry the Overlord. Merch at falconpaladin.store with Terry's face on it, as well as Steve the SCV being very handsome. And, okay, are we going to block the third hatch? I've been wanting Terrans to do this. So, Clem, you are my hero at this point. La 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 la. La 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 la. We can take it here, right? Anyway, Reaper dance. Let's go. Papa. Kitty 8 charge. Bam. Knocking a drone back. And we'll see if this Reaper gets any kills. Not yet, man. Combat drugs. Heal me up, he says. Heal me up. 2 minutes and 30 seconds is when the third base should go down with his build order. So any delay is very good for the Terran in this matchup. Overlord. Okay, so I think this is high ground. I guess. Fair enough. Fair enough indeed. Oh, we did get a kill. All right, so a Ling. Reynor being a little bit sloppy with his Lings, but that's okay. Just a little bit of a cut here. Nothing fatal. And yeah, Hellions into a third expansion here. Started well before 3 minutes. And this hatchery is not quite done here at 3 minutes and 20 seconds, so that was delayed. Man, Clem, you are so good. So good at this game, dude. And Reynor, what are we going to do to slow down Clem here today? Maybe a 2.5 base roach Ravager timing? I don't see a starport. Just another factory. 2 factories. Interesting. Is this going to be a Hellbat timing here from Clem? Well, it's a reactor factory. And then a Tech Lab factory. So maybe tanks early? Maybe tanks and Hellbats and Marines and all that stuff around 7 minutes? Oh, hang on a second. That is Cyclone speed. Never mind. It's race car mech here at the Esports World Cup. Oh, okay. I thought we'd seen the last of that in this matchup. But if Clem's pulling it out, and again, $400,000 are on the line, he feels that it is good against Zerg. At least a little bit good against Zerg. What do we got, man? It's just mass cyclones, dude. Got your Hellions running around, trying to control the map here, trying to find any Lings that might be hopping about, trying to get some scouting off here, too. There's nothing about this that tells Reynor what's going on. This is regular stuff. This is 4 Hellions and a Reaper. Sometimes it's 2 Hellions and a Reaper, but nothing too crazy about 4. And yeah, it's going to be Cyclones. Cyclone speed, really fast research here from Clem. Big fan of this, dude. We do not see it enough. We do not see it enough, and it is kind of fun. And we are getting 2 extra racks here, too. So this is not like crazy amounts of just mass Cyclone Hellion race car mech. He's doing his own spin on it. He's going to continue to add Marines in on this thing, give the guys stim as that gets fired up in the production tab. And then maybe give them some medevacs. I mean, you'd probably want a starport for that, but what do I know? If you're going to make a lot of Marines, I guess Marines just to add to the concept of the race car mech without medevac support, which I think is not the greatest of idea. And there we go. Finally firing up a starport here. He recognizes he doesn't need it until now. This is not some crazy roach play. There's a 4th base coming in from Reynor, so we're good. Mass Ravager will not come ruin our day quite yet. All right, creep spread in, good. Hellions getting some shots off at a hatchery, morphing in, but like, come on. And now Reynor knows what's up. He knows what's happening here. Transfuses on the queens are good. Lings against these Cyclones is also really, really good. But I don't know if there are enough of them. That's why you have the Hellions. They clear the Lings, and then, bam. The Cyclones do everything they can. Lings are the 3rd base, causing some issues here from Clem. But Queens can fight this, especially with transfuses. And guess what? We've got energy for transfuses, boys. Transfuses for days right now with 10 Queens on the field. Ling's trying to get attention here, trying to get some surrounds. There's one Cyclone that's really, really low and on the edge of this thing and does get killed by the Queens. Can't quite get that surround on him. My gosh, this is absolutely intense right now. Back and forth and back and forth, and another Cyclone dies, and these guys are kiting here. Hellion count getting low. More Hellions joining in just in the nick of time, and the Cyclones have to get in there, get that sight. Another Queen transfused and almost killed. My gosh, target firing that one Queen would be so good right now. Okay, but Queen down. Okay, once a Queen dies in this situation, it can get really dicey. Lings do get a bit of a surround here. Okay, Cyclones down, Marines down. Again, no medevac support for these boys. They are running for it. Widowmine says one Ling is going to be all I'm going to get here today and then get picked out of the ground. Whew, so Reynor holds it. He holds the early Cyclone Hellion stuff. We're into Marine tank now. That was about a 6.5 minute push that went for about 60 seconds and felt like longer than that, but that is the nature of StarCraft. Lair, no sign of going for an infestation pit quite yet, but that's a 5th base that Reynor's getting at 7 minutes and 40 seconds. Looking good. Hydralisk Den coming in. Armory coming in for upgrades, or maybe just for Widowmine upgrades. Banelings try to get here into this 3rd base, but nice wall with a tank supporting it too, so that's going to be a little bit tough. Yeah, little Marine hit squad. Probably going to scan. Picks off a Queen. I mean, that's better, maybe a better engagement than you thought you were going to get. Widowmine does get a shot off. Transfuses immediately heal that damage. Banelings trying to sneak around the backside, and Widowmine kills one of them. Good reaction, but then 2 Banelings to kill the Widowmine. That one never gets anywhere either. That little attack was not the greatest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. We've got ourselves drilling claws on the way. Ye old combat shield coming in. Clem is transitioning quite nicely into Marines and medevacs and Widowmines. No Marauders quite yet. You know, you probably want, well, I guess there's a Marauder right here, but we're not going crazy with it. Good pickup. Good evac there from Clem on the way out. So, 3 bases. Here, 2, 5 bases for Reynor. Income is, workers is 85 to 67. Income is favoring Reynor at the moment. Again, mules can change that from time to time. Terran makes that a wonky metric to try to keep track of. Infestation pit is coming in from Reynor now. There it is. There it be, lads. Production tab tells us all. This group of Marines against 1-1 Lings. Not going to do very well here. Widowmine, huge hit. Not a good pull at all from Reynor. And guess what? We're back with tanks, boys. Okay, Ling try to jump on this. Baneling try to get connections. 2 is not enough, but it is enough to pull them away from the tanks. And the tanks are gone, and the Widowmine's going to fire on a Queen and transfuse, pre-transfusing that. Wow, so the Queen did not die to that Widowmine hit. Sick move from Reynor. 4th base on construction here. Upgrading to a planetary here as well. Lurker Den coming in from Reynor. Creep spread happening all over the place. Left side and right side. Concussive Shell coming in, finally. Lings are like, do you still have a tank at this third base? And the answer is, but most of the army's sitting back here, so that's good enough. 6th base. 12 o'clock from Reynor. Coming in now. Reynor's trying to be like, I gotta be big. I gotta be strong. I gotta be bold. I gotta have a ton of bases to deal with what Clem is going to throw at me. And these guys find the 6th base and wipe it out. Meanwhile, Reynor on the counterattack. Widowmine connection. Pretty good. Pretty good there. 6th base killed or canceled. Hard to say. Overlord might transfuse the Overlord. Nope. That queen might die. Drop it into the main base. Marines on the left side. What did I say about this? What did I say about this matchup? It was going to be engagements all over the map. 3 places, 4 places at once, 2 places at once. Clem pushing up the center, not scanning. I wonder if that is... Well, there we go. A little bit later, but I mean, you're already deep on creep by the time you got that scan up. But I guess that means there are more creep tumors available to attack when you do it that way. Makes sense. Ghost Academy coming in. We're going to see some of them snipes here against these lurkers, especially if they're given the opportunity to do it. Because sometimes the lurkers are really just used for Nidus purposes. And then when the ghosts show up, they evacuate into the Nidus, and there's nothing to snipe either there. So that's a good way to use the lurkers in this matchup. Hive about finishing up. Trying to kite back here. That is a lot of Hydraling Bane, though. But it is off creep. And that's probably a pickup if I ever saw one. Yeah, just pick him up. Why are we doing this? Okay, fine. We're going to stutter step our way all the way across the map while microing on this side of the map as well. Stutter step not quite as good over here, and that's a pickup. Then he goes around and 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 somehow avoids those banelings, but I guess they were off creep. So this is a pretty cost-efficient little group of dudes. Widow Mines hitting those Overseers. Lings continue to come in here. This third base is in trouble for Clem all of a sudden. Siege tank on the high ground trying to clear stuff out, but doing friendly fire damage against these SCVs as well. Banelings getting connections all over the place. This group down here is doing pretty well for Clem, though. And Reynor has to fall back on the other side of the map. Extractor down. That's a big win. Not that it takes a long time to reroll the Extractor, but slowing down the gas income is always a huge friggin' deal. Always, always a big deal here. All right, so a bit of a hush falls over the crowd. We do have some lurkers morphing in a weird place over on the right side of the map. This is like drop lurkers. This isn't necessarily Nidus lurkers, is it? There isn't a Nidus, nor is there one under construction. Maybe he's just going to walk them down? I guess he's just going to walk them down to this third base. Sure! I'm okay with it, I guess. And there does seem to be enough Zerg on the other side to hold Clem at bay, at least for the time being. Banelings getting some connections. Problematic. Queen sniped. Widowmine, I think, just killed a drone that was trying to rebuild that base. But, yo, the lurkers have forced the liftoff at the third base. Wow, who needs a Nidus when you can just walk your lurkers across the map and siege your opponent's third base immediately? They fall back. Okay, oh, the surround and the concave. All these lurkers are gonna die. Good, crazy good move from Clem there. Yeah, third base, some SCVs died. A temporary disruption of income there with the liftoff, but every lurker died, and now resources lost are 21,000 to 15,000. Reynor has an income advantage, but he wishes he had the 6th base, and he wishes he'd been able to kill the third base of Clem, but lurkers can't really force the death of an orbital like that, so that's what the Hydras are for, right? And finally, a Nidus coming in from Reynor, getting Adrenal. On the other side of it, ghosts being produced here. We've got a ghost out already. Looking good. Again, snipes. Snipes on Overseers is always very useful. Snipes on... Good tap of that Zelnaga. The lurkers are going to be good here, too. 6th base getting replanted from Reynor. Bottom left base of Reynor. No. Just killing it. Straight up killing that thing. Not a cancel at all. Its attention was elsewhere at the moment. This Widowmine now has 2 kills. Overseer flies over it, reveals it temporarily, and no another Overseer comes in to kill it. Right on, then. Changeling sniped. No vision for you. It was worth a shot, says Reynor. Yeah, that's what you always say. Says Clem. Chase, chase, chase. Everybody dies. Good. Common left side here is Clem finding some lurkers unburrowed. Gonna snipe them. So much easier to snipe lurkers when they're not in the ground. Some of them do manage to burrow. Adaptive Talons, I believe, is done. And it is, but this base is going to die. That hatchery is down. It's not the end of the days here from Reynor, but that is not great. That 6th base not happening. The base in the bottom left not happening. This base going down. Spores getting killed. A pickup, and we're out of there. Where are your Hydras? Where are your Vipers? Where is your parasitic bomb? Says Reynor. That's right. I got that. And then he's going to snipe the 6th base again. He's just everywhere. Look at the timing, too. The timing is such that he kills it as soon as it pops. You can't even cancel that. Nidus comes up in the side of the main base of Clem. This needs to work. But, no. No, Marauders popping out of barracks just at the right time. Ling's running into this 3rd base. Widow Mines firing. No friendly fire there. SCV's going down all over the place. The Nidus creating a nice little distraction. Widow Mine kills a ton of Lings. 13 kills on that Widow Mine. Not bad. And then Nidusing at the back of the base here from Clem 2. But immediately we can see by the troop movement that he knows that it's there. He's going to shut it down. And then Reynor says, well, your attention is elsewhere. Let me attack into this 5th base. No? Okay, fine. Fair enough. I'll get out of here. Nidus in the mineral line of the 3rd. Sure, why not? I'm okay with that, I guess. Yeah, Reynor just kind of being like, where can I put this Nidus where it will actually come up and not get killed immediately? That's a great question, man. Wish I had an answer for you. 18 kill Widow Mine right there. Really not bad at all. The only 13. You have a long ways to go. And then another Nidus inside the main base. This Changeling providing the vision for this. Changeling is a good unit. Oh, the 6th base is going to die again. No, says Clem. You're not allowed to have this base. Finally, a cancel and not a kill on that 6th base. This Nidus does... It erupts, but nothing comes out of it in like the half second before it actually dies. Nidusing outside of Clem's base is good news here for Clem. We'll see if he can make that one work. Again, another tap of the Zelnaga Watchtower and another hatchery that you can cancel or kill. This Nidus is going to come up. Hey, look at his parasitic bombs. Hey, great. This is a big problem, though. The SCV, when the SCVs are hugging, you know that's problematic. Siege take. Widow Mine gonna fire. Bam. That helps kill a lurker. Can't one-shot the sucker. Has too much HP for that. But getting some serious hits off there. Nevertheless, on the other side, Clem trying to high ground this position, trying to target fire Banelings as much as he can. This is always an insane matchup. Lings rolling into the 3rd, eating Widow Mine shots, eating tank shots the whole time. And Widow Mine really doesn't have a target. There you go. Some SCVs died there too. This gets cleared out inside the main base. And hatchery bottom left killed, but Reynor bringing stuff down with nice fungal support to try to shut this out. But no, a pickup and a save from the guys as the fungal wears off. A couple Hydras wander on in here. 3rd base is on fire. Nobody's mining at it, but it's mined out anyway. Hydras do chase away this command center bottom left, but Reynor has not been allowed to get a 6th base today. 5 bases, yes, but no 6 bases for you, says Clem, and he hasn't lost the base yet. So this is how you defeat a monster. This is how you take down Reynor. Base denial. Another Nidus inside the main base. Liberators immediately set up Liberation Zone. We've got ourselves siege tanks. We got more Liberators. This is going to be a very difficult position for lurkers to exit from. And it doesn't really matter anyway because enough Marines and Ghosts and siege tanks showed up to kill it anyway. So we were just being careful is what we were doing. The heck just killed some drones. There's some Widow Mines wandered into a mineral line. Sometimes that's what happens with that. Or maybe this guy has the kills. Nope, he's only got 1 kill, so whatever. Zergling gets down here to harass this bottom left a little bit. These are +2, +3 Lings with Adrenal, so they're little monsters, but they are 3/3 Marines, Marauders, and Ghosts on the field right now from Clem. Gonna set up a position, 199 to 163 supply. Reynor just unable to get that 6th base, and that's it. GG! Clem gets the win in 19 minutes and 15 seconds. What an absolutely fantastic showing of TVZ there, man. Like, we can see why Clem has elevated, right? Why he's playing so well. He's everywhere. He's everything. He's dealing with Niduses pretty effectively. That 1 came up, but he was able to deal the damage of that pretty effectively. This third base took tons of damage, but never actually died. The fact that it can lift was really helpful there. And this base never happened like 3 or 4 times, and this base never happened a couple times, and then you didn't really have to do anything else if you're Clem, right? You're just, Reynor's mining out. The income looks like this now. It's too much blue for Reynor to really keep up. You're adding Liberators into the mix here. I mean, the Ghosts are doing what they're doing, and it is just Clem being absolutely the scariest game. Ugh. All right. So, I mean, this is Clem. This is the time of the Terran, or maybe just the time of Clem. Like, this is where we say, just play like Clem, Maru. Maybe you, too, can defeat Reynor and Cyril, like we've seen on the channel over the last couple weeks. So, yeah, these two have been fun to watch ever since I started casting on my channel. I mean, I think they showed up to the scene around 2017 or so. And yeah, I mean, casting these two guys has been a treat for so long now, and I'm so glad they're still playing, and they will continue to play against each other forever and ever, and I'm really grateful for that. So 39,000 to 25,000 resources lost. Reynor losing a ton more than Clem here today. Units lost, including only 16 drones and only 4 hatches. So not exactly the 10 hatches that I talk about, but again, this game wasn't long enough, and it was base denial. It wasn't crushing bases after they were up. It was a lot of canceling, a lot of killing hatcheries as they were being produced, right? And 27 lurkers. I just don't know that the 27 lurkers got the value they needed. I'm not a huge fan of them. I'm really not. Hydroling, Bane, and Fester Viper seems to be pretty much all you need in this matchup, and dumping so much gas into lurkers. And then I'm going back through the replay of the game in my brain, and I just don't see any times when the lurkers did a ton of work. They killed stuff. Absolutely, they killed stuff. But I don't think it was enough to make it worth it, which is really problematic, honestly. Yeah, 6 Nidus Worms died. One of them got up and actually got some lurkers out of there, but they were cleaned up pretty quick. 52 SCVs died at the end of the game. Clem only had 55 SCVs, but he was maxed out and had an army value of 141. So that really played into what he was trying to do here as well. So GG, man. I mean, you click this for Clem probably. He is a guy. He's going to be a guy for a long time. He's really, really proved himself. So, GG. And that's going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.